Many a time, Avita is an overlooked brand when it comes to buying a budget laptop. Since it offered promising specs at a budget-friendly price, we decided to review it to know its pros and cons and see if this was an overlooked by chance or by choice. The package contains the laptop, a 40-watt charger, and a carrying bag. Let's have a closer look at the laptop now. On picking up the laptop, it is immediately apparent that it is surprisingly well built and sturdy. The top has a brushed metal finish which adds to the premium look of the laptop, although the construction is entirely made of plastic. It has got an AMD Ryzen 3 3300U which consists of 4 cores and 4 threads. This is an excellent choice for a budget system as it packs enough power to get through light to moderate workloads while managing to consume less power than its competitors. The CPU can also handle multi-core loads such as zipping and unzipping files, encoding, decoding, and general multitasking. This processor also comes with an integrated graphics card for the programs that need extra GPU acceleration. Complementing this CPU is the 8GB RAM clocked at 2400 MHz in dual channel configuration to reduce latency. The clock speed of the RAM is adequate for the system to work at full potential. One thing to note though, since this has an integrated GPU, about 1GB of RAM is preoccupied for running the GPU. The storage is managed by a 256GB SSD, another great configuration choice as it makes the system exponentially faster than a system with a hard drive. Apart from the internals, this laptop packs a decent amount of I/O ports too. It has two USB Gen 3 ports, a USB Type-C port, a micro SD card reader, a HDMI port, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. The keyboard feels nice with the tactile feedback with the push of the keys. They do tend to give a sharp rebound as the key travel is very short. Typing does feel good on this keyboard, but it can get cumbersome after extended typing sessions. This keyboard does not have the dedicated number pad and the keys are spread slightly far apart, so it takes a bit of time to get used to it. The trackpad on this laptop is quite large and precise. It uses Windows precision drivers, so the accuracy and gestures come with it as well. It does not have dedicated left and right click buttons, so pressing on the left and right side of the trackpad will execute the same action. The display is a 1080p 60Hz LCD screen with an anti-glare finish, good color reproduction, which is also crisp and clear. Color accurate work is feasible, but it is always better to get an external monitor like a Samsung CF392 for such work scenarios. Packed above it is a 720p webcam, which is mediocre at best. The speakers can get quite loud too, but only when placed on a flat surface. Keeping the laptop on a lap or even on an uneven surface, the quality quickly deteriorates. At high volumes, the sound gets quite distorted too. Here is a sound clip. Now talking about the battery backup, the battery on this laptop has been above average too. Browsing the web on Google Chrome with some heavy sites and we could easily get 4 hours of screen on time, with some more battery left. From a battery standpoint, this can easily last you through a full workday. So, if it manages to pack this much performance and usability for this price, where has it cut the corners? The issue starts with cooling. Running a validation test for extended amounts of time results in the bottom part getting noticeably hotter. Owing to the lack of proper ventilation, sometimes even during menial tasks, the fan ramps up occasionally, maybe indicating that the airflow is not ideal. The vents for the exhaust could have been placed in a better position, but we did not face any thermal throttling issues so far, so that is a good signal. It does not have an Ethernet port too, so this has to be used over Wi-Fi or tethering only. The battery and the charger fall short, although by a small margin. The 36Wh battery and 40Wh charging brick allows for adequate power, but we wish it packed more power to aid that punch. The one other competitor in this price range is the Mi Notebook 14 e-learning edition. It is powered by a 10th gen Intel Core i3, has a slightly larger battery and power brick, and an extra USB Gen 3 port and better speakers. But when it costs Rs 37,000 for a laptop that is basically the same as this, we really don't see the point in paying the premium. This leaves us with the verdict. Who is this laptop suitable for? From our experiences, it is easy to conclude that this laptop is made for the people who are on the move and need a little bit of power for a long time. Perfect for students and professionals on the go. The Ryzen 3 3300U excels in handling the everyday tasks while not straining the battery as much. An SSD in this laptop is like an icing on the cake, as it complements the nature and purpose of this laptop perfectly. Coming to the point, would we recommend this laptop at Rs 30,000? If you see beyond the Chinese origins of it, then this is a perfect laptop at this price to be used by students, teachers and casual users too. Our recommendation would be to use a cooling pad or a similar solution in order to get optimal ventilation. This will allow the system to perform at its best. We hope this review was comprehensive enough to help you buy this laptop. If you have any queries, do leave them in the comment section below and we will gladly assist you. With that being said, Beyond the Spec, signing out.